Welcome everyone to the weekly outlook. Boone here from Elliott Wave Pro. We'll take a look at DXY to start off with. I'm looking at this as a WXY. We're getting a correction in here for more downside on the H4. If we look on H1, we've broken this low. So that's why I'm looking at this as a, get me pen. So I'm looking at, on the H1, I'm looking at this A, B, and we get that C up before we get more downside. As a running or expanding flat, if it breaks this top, it'll be expanding. If it just goes up here and then falls over from here, it'll be a running for more downside. But I think we definitely want to look for the buy. Like, you definitely want to take this buy. If we get a buy opportunity in here, we want to take it, because it can be expanding and we don't know yet. This can be the low as well. I don't like it as a low because and the Y be over here, but I'm looking at it more as a flat because this was more corrective when it broke the low. So if we go down, so basically if we get a little flag in here, little H1 flag or an M15 correction, look for that buy to at least break the top. You want to be at break even when this top gets broken. And if it does give you the sell setup, you can take that sell setup too. So if it does give you something like this, draw your trend line, get a trend line break, and if you get a bear flag in here, well, then you can look to take the bottom out. So that's pretty much what we're looking at on the dollar index. AU, see, this can be a flat here as well. It's only just broken this top here. So this can be an expanding flat. We've got to be careful because it's only just broken the low. So it's going to be sort of an A, B, C in here. And then we get the A, B, C, and we go up from here and break that top. It's not giving us setup at this stage, but you just have to be careful of this as a possible more upside. That's what I'm trying to say, because this can be an A, B, and C for the Z. So you'd have to take that in consideration. If we do get a sell set up, you can take the sell set up as well, because we do have bearish divergence and we've got a lower low. So we're only going to know that this is a expanding flat when this top gets broken. But you want to trade in that direction as well. So if you get something like this, a little flag in here, a bull flag, look for the buy to break that top. If you get a bear set up here, bear flag in here, look for the sell. You can take that sell as well. So it's sort of, you can look to trade both ways. Look at the pattern that it's giving you, the possible corrections that it's giving you. So we look at H4, we do have that bearish divergence. So I'm not looking at this Z here as complete yet. It hasn't confirmed that it's complete. And like I said, on the H1, this can go and break this top, or this top here, to finish off this Z. Okay. EU, pretty much the same. It's looking like that flat correction for more upside to finish off this Y wave. Now, I don't think this X is even finished either, internal X here, because this is a lot smaller correction here. So this Y may not be over yet, and it's more than likely is not over. So if we have a look on the H1, we've just got an ABC down, ABC as a running flat at the moment. So it may go down and break this low for an expanding flat, and then more upside. But I am looking at this as a correction because price has only just broken the top. So I'm not looking at it as motive or as impulsive. So pretty much if you get that buy set up, look to buy. And if you're getting a sell set up in here, you can look to sell. It's going to be a little bit more risky, but we are at a high as well. So you want to sort of, if you do start getting the sells, you can take them, because we can get that larger correction at any time. So basically, I'm looking for a correction like this here, a larger correction. This is too small. This one is too small. This is internal. Okay. So yeah. GU, again, we're getting some sort of a flat. This definitely can be a flat in here. If we go down on the H1, it's sort of, this one's actually broken the top on the H1. So we got a W, X, Y, X, Z, giving us bearish divergence, and we've got a trend line break. So this one here, you can look for that sell, but you're going to have to be careful as well, because this has the possibility of bullish hidden divergence here. We got bullish hidden divergence. So if you get a buy set up, you can look for that buy to break this top as well, because this can be an A, B, C for more upside to finish off this Y. There's no confirmation that this Y, W1, H4 wave Y is over yet when we look at the H4. Okay, so there's no confirmation that this wave Y is over. NU, pretty much the same. They're all giving this pattern up here. This definitely can be a flat correction for more upside. So if we go on to the H1, we've got a larger correction here. So we've got a W, X, Y, and this can be a correction here. So I'll get my pen. So this can be a W, X, Y, and this is your correction in here for the Z. So W, X, Y, X, Z to finish off that C way. Again, if we get the sell set up, you can take it. If it gives you the buy set up, you can buy it, basically. At this stage, it's not giving any setup, but if it gives you the bear setup here, look for the sell. If it gives you the bull setup, look for the buy to go and break the top. UY, this one's broken out. Now, this one can be a larger correction as well. There was a buy here. We got, like I said last week, we got a high, get this correction and look for the buy. This can become more complex, like an A, B, C in here, and then go, or it will go from here and give you the A, B, C, or the A, B, C from here, or it's a more complex B wave, the A, B, and the C goes up from here. So if you get the buy setups, you want to look for the buys. Again, you get a little flag in here. Look for that buy to go and break the top. Try and get it to break even, because it can, like I said, this can become more complex, and get another C leg down for the A, internal A, B, C. Okay. U-Sheffy broke the low. So this is a little bit more complicated, because we've got a break of the low in here. And what I don't like about this is very choppy. So I'm looking at this as a B wave. So we get an A, B, C for the A, B, C, for this C over here. Because it's only just broken the low, and this doesn't look motive, so or impulsive. So I'm looking at it a little bit differently, this one, because how choppy this, when we look at the price action, yeah, it's not going. It should have, if this was the end of the B wave, we should have been getting a wave up like this. Instead, we're getting this. So I'm looking at that as a more complex B wave. So an A, B, C, and then we get the C up for the A, B, C. So you just got to be a bit careful of that. UCAD, we've broken the low here. So I'm still looking for that C up. We still haven't got this C up on the H4, the internal C up. It may be starting now. Only looking for buys. I mean, only looking for buys on this one. So ideally, really wanted it to break out above here and then give you a flag or a correction to buy. Yeah, so really need the high on this one to confirm that this is over. Gold's right at the top. It didn't give a crossover here. We're in a wave Y on the H4, big wave. So we've got a W. I'm looking at all this as a correction. So we can get like this is a Y up here, not this one, but H4 wave Y. So we can be looking at a correction for the next couple of weeks in here. And I dare say that's what we're going to get, because we're at a high, and we're going to be trading in a choppy environment like this. It's going to be very hard to trade. This is where people get cut to pieces when we're in these corrections. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to trade. You're going to have to be on the lower time frames to trade it. H1, we haven't got, you're going to have to be careful here. Like, again, we got the possibility of bull hidden divergence here. So this can be an A, B, C, and then go up and break the top. Because we do have that possibility of bull hidden divergence from this low to this low. So really, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. You can trade it like most of the major pairs. You can trade them both ways at this stage, because we're at a high. And but yeah, definitely have to be careful of that bull hidden divergence, because like I said, this can be an A, B, C in here for the correction as an expanding flat in here to go and break that top. And it's not giving you a setup at the moment. If it gives you a bear flag in here, sell it. You definitely want the sell. If it gives you a more of a M15 little bull flag in here, look for that buy to go and break this top. WTI, looking for the buy. Only looking for the buy on this one. So this can be a little A, B, C in here for A, B, C for more upside. If we have a look at it, so this can be A, B, and you see up here. So you get an A, but then we got an A, B, C in here for a little running or expanding flat in the B wave. So we get an A, B, C in the B wave, and then we get that larger C up. Look for that larger C up. this can be, I think there's a lot of upside in this. I mean, WTI is at the low, so still, if we have a look on the H4, we got a massive wave A up. This is your wave A, and all this is corrective. So, you know, the 100 fibs right up here at 67, 63. So, you know, we definitely want to look for those buys. This may turn into a larger, more complex correction as well. This correction may not be over, but you definitely want to be looking, if you get buy setups, you want to look for the buy. This can become more complex and just give you an A, B, C in here, and then give you more downside for an A, B, C, and finish off this B over here. So this correction may become a lot more complex yet. We don't know, but I'm looking for the buys. Any buys that I get, I'll be taking. Bitcoin, I'm looking for that. Like last week, it hasn't really from last week. Last week we had this impulse down, so I was only looking for the sell. Now it's become deep. The correction's become deep, so this will be an A, a B, and a C down for either a running, or it hasn't actually broken the top over here yet. But I'm expecting on the lower time frame, when I go down to the H1, you'll see that I'm expecting a little leg up here for the B wave to finish off that B wave, then get the C down. So this can be a running or expanding flat for more upside. So we just have to, if we go down on the H1, we can see here we got W in here, X, here's your correction, A, B, C in the B wave, and then you get the C down, so you get the A, B, C, W, X, Y, and then we're getting this. So I'm looking at this here as the X2, so we get the Y, and then we get a correction similar size to this over here for the Z up, and then we get this A, B, C. Okay, so that's what you can look for this week. S&P 500 or SPX, sorry, or in S&P, however you look at it. This here has given a false spike. I know this is a false spike because it's not showing on my broker's platform, and I use Axie as my broker, and they have really good liquidity. Axie has really good liquidity, where this FXCM, well, you can see by the spike that they've got very bad liquidity providers. It's not showing. So if we don't count this, because I'm not looking at that as a move, we look at this as an A, B, C. We're getting a little flat correction in here for more upside. Now it's already nearly broken the top. But once this breaks the top, I'm still looking at it as a B wave. So wait until you get that high in here, wherever that goes. I'm looking for that sell. Okay, I'm looking for that sell. At the moment, it's a buy setup. I mean, you can look at that buy setup as well. We're getting bearish divergence, so it's risky. Yeah. If we look at the DAX has played out well. There was no trade last week. The week before that, we was looking at this as a flat correction or running flat. That's played out, and it's given us this crossover now. So this one's playing really nice. We got an A, B, C as a running flat. And if we just update this chart, I should have done it beforehand. But if we look at this here on the lower time frame, we're looking for that buy. This would be this is giving a nice buy setup. I'll just have a look on the daily. See, we didn't get the cross on the daily. I was hoping for a cross on the daily. We haven't got that. So it's internal. This this correction in here on the H4 is internal. On the H1, it's giving a nice buy setup. Let me take this arrow off. So we got a trend line break in here. Getting some sort of a correction in here, an A, B, C, as a expanding flat in here. So A, B, C, you're looking for this top to get broken. You get any bull setups on this, take them against this invalidation point here. If you're on the lower time frames, well, you can use this as your stop loss under this correction. So looking for buys there. Oh, this looks pretty good. This looks reasonably good. This is finished. We got a breakout here. Unless this becomes more complex, well, we get an A, B, C within this impulse, and then more downside. Well, that is possible. But if you get a setup in here, it's given an expanding pattern. That's the only problem. It didn't give us a flag. It's giving us an expanding flat pattern when we look on the M15. So we got an A, B, C, and then we get that A, B, C. This was deep. This correction here was deep. So this can become a lot more complex as well. So just have to watch it. I don't like it because this top here got broken. So it's not a flag. It's more of a correction, a flat or running flat. So you can put a buy stop just above that stop high there, and trade it that way. But then you're going to have a reasonably large stop loss. You have to put your stop loss just under the low. If you put that buy stop there, you'd be better off to take this little flag in here. If you're looking for the buys, this is on the M15, but if you're looking for the buys, you'd better off to take this top breaking now and put your stop just under this way. It's going to cut your stop loss right down, give you a better risk reward for the higher time frame. So instead, you have your stop just under here. If you're taking this break of this top instead of this top breaking this top and your stop loss here, you're still looking for that A, B, C, but you're just getting better risk reward with this little M15 flat in here rather than the H1 where you got a lot more bigger risk. Okay, so I'll call that the end. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. Hit the thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment, share, and trade safe. And I'll see you out there next week.